trying to get by, trying to get mine. So if I gotta work a 9 to 5, or gotta grind, I don't mind. I'm just trying to get by, I'm just trying to get by, trying to get mine. So if I gotta work a 9 to 5, or gotta grind, I don't mind.
Jay Fresh and God's Gift and Monkstar with Trying to Get By, and before that we had Dotty with Gone with the Wind. It's Deja Vu FM. I'm Lukan Online, and we got our first guest of the day. She goes by the name of Iman. She's here. She's in the building. Hello. Okay, so why is your mic so low? You know why? Because someone's tampered with it. Every single time. There you go. Right, let's try that again. Iman's in the building.
Hello.
There we go. We can hear you now. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. I didn't realise that you've done a We Play Music Live before.
Yeah.
When was this?
Perhaps a couple years back.
Where was it?
At the Jazz Cafe.
Really?
Yeah.
Was well done, Trey. Good. Trey's breaking up everything.
Never
Was
mind.
I there? Do you recognise me?
No.
Because I would have been hosting it.
No, I remember Deluxe was hosting it.
Oh, that's why then. Right. So that's when I was on holiday. Okay, right. I know
Oh, you went on holiday?
So who? Oh, right. Okay. I'm not going to ask you what to do, just in case you can't remember. But no, I'm trying to make, because I don't remember it. So I'm thinking that possibly was the one where I was on holiday. I'm hoping, unless there've been some
I think you've had a few.
some secret ones that I don't know about. So
You weren't invited to.
I weren't invited to them at all. Shout out to Deluxe Locked In. Deja Vu FM. So have you been here to the studio before?
This is my first time.
It is.
Yeah.
So even though you performed with us at We Play Music, it's your first time here at the studio.
Correct.
Absolute liberty. All right.
I know. But I made it. Somehow you guys opened the door for me finally.
Well, you know, it was an accident. We thought it was someone else, so
Oh
there
no.
you go.
I don't know which is worse.
Let people know who you are, what you do.
Sorry?
Let people know who you are, what you do, and how you do it.
Okay, so I'm a London-based artist. My name is Iman. I'm totally unsigned and releasing and recording, writing music. Just trying to develop my fan base. I have 3 independent releases that are out. You can find them on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and the like. I've got a website. It's imanmusic.co.uk, and if you go on the website and sign up to the mailing list, you get to follow my journey. But you also get a secret song that only you get to have, only you get to hear. I don't perform it live, and it's never been released live. So
What's the secret song?
it's a secret song.
Okay. Well, it's so secret you can't tell us the title.
No, it's,
Right, okay.
it's strictly for the crew that sign up for the mailing list. It's just for them to say thank you for supporting me. So yeah, if you like what you hear today, because I think I'm going to be performing a song or two, and you'd like to hear more, it's imanmusic.co.uk.
Okay. How long have you been doing music for, making music, singing?
Quite a while. So it just kind of started with me first not knowing how to control my voice. I'd never written a song before, and it was the thing where it was just me really developing myself, learning my craft, grafting, vocal lessons, studying songs, just really being a sponge, and going to talent shows and showcases and networking and banging on doors and just getting myself to the point where I then started to perform and write and record with pretty well-respected people in the industry, to now setting up my own little record company and releasing my singles like Golden, which is online, Naive, which I directed the music video for, so that's on YouTube, and now Wishing, which is on Spotify, and actually most recently got me a nomination for Best Unsigned Song at the Best of British Music Awards.
Now, what happened with that? Because we were going to have a little call in, but I had an issue, so I couldn't make it into the studio.
Yeah.
But what happened with that nomination?
Okay, well, that's still pending as far as I know, so hopefully the results will come in soon.
Okay, cool. And you just lost track of what I was going to ask you now. Your record label, that's what I wanted to ask you about. What made you decide to set up your own record label?
I think like the way that the music industry is running is that as an artist, you can't just be an artist. You've got to be everything. You've got to kind of see music as more of an entrepreneurial thing. Having done music for such a long time, I'd never been offered a deal. And I was kind of like done waiting for a label to say, listen, we like what you're doing. You've got a whole load of music that we can release. I was just done waiting for that. So I thought, listen, let's just take matters into my own hands.
Yeah.
The way that the industry is now is that there's so many platforms for an artist like me to utilize.
Yeah.
So just went in blind, and just been learning my way ever since. I mean, it's not to say that I would never sign a deal, because I don't think it would be a bad thing to sign a record deal as long as I had creative control and it was with a team that loved and got what I was doing.
So how long have you had your own record label for now?
Probably 18 months.
Okay. Would you be looking to sign anybody else, or is it just purely just for you to release your own stuff?
Right now, it's purely just for me to release my own stuff. Yeah.
And what's the pressures like of having your own record label? Does it change the dynamic of how you are as an artist, or not really?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it was really difficult, because when you're just an artist focused on creating music, that's literally your own focus. But then when you bring the whole record company side into it, you're trying to struggle in your mind, like, okay, I've got to do all this administration work, like sign up and register and make sure that I'm getting paid for certain things, and then switch off and be a songwriter and a performer. And I think I'm only just now starting to have that type of balance, whereby, you know, I get to spend equal amounts of time.
Do you feel like you're still learning?
Yeah, I'm still learning everything. I'm still learning how to be a better artist. I think that will always be the case.
So do you watch other people and do you see what they're doing? Like, for example, Birdman. Like, would you learn how to, like, get away with owing it's 51 million and just not have to worry about it? Like, that'd be all right?
No, that's not all right.
No? All right, fair enough. But do you watch it? So how do you learn? Like, because obviously I don't think you've got a textbook on how to be a record label manager.
Yeah.
So how do you learn how to do what you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, I think for every role that you play in the music industry, the UK music industry particularly, it's always you're going to be learning on the job, from whether you're an A&R right through to an artist or a musician.
Yeah.
How do you learn? You literally have to be a sponge.
Right.
You have to be so open, but the most important thing, I think, for me, is you have to be so honest with yourself. Like, if you are whack at performing, just be real about it and take a step back and say, listen, I'm not up to par with certain people, and what is it that I need to do? And for me, certainly, I was constantly, and I'm still constantly like, okay, I'm not good at this, and so who is a peer of mine is, and it hurts me to admit this, but I'm gonna have to just be real with it.
Right.
And that's something that's
But
really
that
important.
doesn't I don't know if I don't know if I agree, because that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because there are people that are you got worse rappers that are doing better than better rappers.
Yeah.
I watched this video on YouTube the other day, yesterday in fact, of what's his name, Sylvester Stallone, and he got knocked back because he can't talk, and and he's got a dodgy jaw, and and they said you'll never make it as an actor.
Yeah.
And he pursued, and he skyrocketed when he made Rocky. So just because you're not necessarily good at something and there are better people, should you necessarily stop and give up on your dream?
No, you shouldn't give up on your dream. What I think is that for me, it was important, and is always going to be important, to be a good artist that can bring really great music to the table. So that's my thing. That's my goal. That's always going to be my focus. For other musicians, that's not necessarily their focus.
True,
their focus is more financial or whatever. There's no right or wrong. It just is what it is. So, like, you know, your point is you don't have to be great to sell millions of records. Yeah, this is true. This is a fact. But my thing is that I want to be a strong artist, so that's what I'm focused on.
Fair enough, I understand that. And so what would you judge that on? Because you watch things like X Factor, and I don't know how these people go on to X Factor not knowing that they're rubbish. So how do people just say to themselves, you know what, actually, that's not really making it, that's not really cutting the mustard? Like, how do you know within yourself? Because I'd assume that you get caught up in your own. I don't know why these people don't know they're rubbish. So, like, I assume artists must get caught up in their own hype, or they must have people gassing them up. How do you know when it's time to look at yourself and say, you know what, nah, it's not running?
I think instinctively, if you're creative, you have a strong intuition, and you will know. Like, for me, it's going back to the whole thing of, you've got to be really honest with yourself. Are you a average singer, or are you a great singer? And how badly do you want to be a great singer? You've got to be. How do I know?
What are you, an average singer or a great singer?
I think I'm a good singer.
Okay.
I think I'm a good singer, yeah. And the only reason I can say that is because, you know, how do you know if you are rubbish and need to step up? Because, I mean, I know that I've improved because I remember where I started from. I could just about control my voice and I could not write a song, and now I can.
There's nothing wrong with someone saying they're a good or great singer if you truly believe it. I don't see, people say, oh, you must be more humble. Like, just, if it is what it is, call it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, cool. So you're a good singer.
Yeah, I'm a good singer.
Good. Have you ever had any knockbacks? You said that you've not been signed by a label. Have you ever gone to speak to a label and you've been knocked back, or has it just never ever happened?
Yeah, I've been knocked back a fair few times. So, you know, there's been a few instances whereby a deal has been promised to me, and at the very last moment, it's fallen through, and that could have been because the A&R has just left the building. He has left the building. Yeah, so that, you know, and then there's other knockbacks that, you know, we all go through. Yeah. But it's how you deal with them, so.
Okay, so we're going to have some live performances from you today. It was a long time since we had a live performance in this studio. In fact, there's well, we've got 2 today.
Yeah.
I wanted you to battle, but you 2 just declined the upload.
No, okay. we don't battle.
Don't battle, okay, fine. So what are you going to be performing for us today?
How about we start with Wishing? So this song is on Spotify, iTunes, on my website. It is the song that was nominated for Best Unsigned Song.
I want to say I played it one day, and Bushkin happened to be my guest of the day, and he absolutely loved it.
Oh my gosh! You know what? He followed me on Instagram. I was like, wow, this icon has just followed me on Instagram. Maybe it was because of that.
Yeah, there you go. So cash payment, please. Thank you very much. He walked in it and he absolutely loved it, so he kept asking about it.
Did you play the original or the garage version?
The original.
Okay, because there's a garage version as well by Matt Jam Lamont, and it is so good.
No, it was the original I played that day. So I have played both, but I remember on that day it was definitely the original.
Wicked. So Wishing is a house track, but obviously I'm going to strip it back right now, and it's going to be an acoustic.
Cool. Okay, well, we're going to play it right now. You ready? We're good to go? I'm going to turn off my mic. Go for it.
Standing in the middle, and baby, you are all that I want. I've been keeping it together, and I know, baby, it's all a front. And I've been wishing and wondering that someday we'll meet in the middle, and I'll be all that you want. I've been wishing, been wishing in my heart all for you. I've been wishing, baby, been wishing in my heart all for you. Falling under pressure, and it's deeper than I've ever known. And I am losing all measure, and I have tried to control. But I'm still wishing and wondering, wishing and wondering that someday we'll meet in the middle, and I'll be all that you want. I've been wishing now, been wishing in my heart all for you. I've been wishing, baby, been wishing in my heart all for you, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I got a feeling that in time, yeah, baby, I got a feeling we'll be right. I keep you closer on my mind, yeah, baby. With you, I'm gonna get it right. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. I get it right. You're on my mind. You're on my mind. 'Cause I've been wishing now, been wishing in my heart all for you. I've been wishing, baby, been wishing now, been wishing in my heart all for you. Been wishing I've been wishing now, been wishing in my heart all for you. Been wishing, I've been wishing, oh, been wishing in my heart all for you.
Iman in the building.
Thank you.
And I even got the applause for you.
Oh,
That's
thank
brilliant.
you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Shout out to Matt on guitar.
Shout out.
Brilliant. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so long since I had someone live in the studio. It sounds so weird.
Yeah.
It's
When I
weird.
first started singing, I was like, whoa, that's loud. And I just took a step back from the mic. I was like, whoa.
You know, because unfortunately, yeah, we can't set the levels here. Well, I don't
Okay.
know how to, so I've got to just judge it and do the best I can. But
Okay,
it sounded
cool.
great. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
Great, thank you.
Who wrote that?
Me.
Do you write all your music?
So I write the lyrics and the melody, and then I'll co-produce. Originally, that song was a ballad, but I felt like it needed a bit more. So I took it to my producer, and I was like, you know what? I'm not a house artist. I love house. Let's just do a kind of like homage to it, and we just kind of made it into this house track.
I always get confused when people say they co-produce. When you say co-produce, do you sit on the desk or do you point at what you want to the person sitting behind the desk?
I point at what I want
Yeah.
to the person sitting
Okay.
at the desk, and then I'll also take records that I've listened to and
For
be like,
sample.
listen to this record, the beat in there, the snare in there, I want this.
Okay.
Vocally, this is the arrangement.
So you're fully involved from top to bottom.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely involved. Even like the mixing.
Are you a
which-
bit of a control freak?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
My music from conception right through to putting it out artistically, I've got my vision.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I'm a bit of a
What would you say is your strongest point as an artist?
Maybe performing, because I love to connect with people. Like last night, I did a sold out show for So Far Sounds in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did say you were performing. Where was that?
That was in Canada Water. It was like 100 capacity, sold out. It was.
Are they
so
secret
fun.
events?
Yeah, they're secret events because they're like, sometimes they'll be in someone's house.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Sometimes they'll be in like a private space. So there's always a waiting list to get in, and
Oh.
it's always sold out.
So yeah, so if someone wants to go to a So Far Sounds gig,
Yeah.
there is a wait. They just join the mailing list and just wait to be told.
They wait to be told, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I always wondered.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So performing is definitely something that's like super special to me, especially when it's like stripped back acoustic. In 2018, I'll be doing more band gigs with like a full band, but one of the best things about performing is that you get to share your creation, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I think for me as a musician, like it's not meant to stay on my desktop, it's meant to be for other people.
Have you ever had any bad experiences performing live? I'm always interested to hear about this.
Yeah, when I first started performing, like
Yeah.
I'd be on stage knowing that I wasn't hitting notes,
Yeah.
and that was really difficult.
But could you feel it within yourself, or was it the expression of the people in the audience that said, you know what, actually this ain't going like it should be?
No, that I'd always feel it within myself. Like, luckily, I've never performed to a crowd that's been like, "You're rubbish, get off stage." I don't think people are like that anyway. So
You never had a boo.
no.
If you were to have a boo, like what would you continue, or would you
I'd
just?
continue.
Would you?
And I'd probably sing to that person direct.
You know what? See, that's why I couldn't do it. Like I'm fairly honest. Like I couldn't be an artist.
Yeah.
I couldn't because my ego couldn't take the knockback. Like
But I think you'd be surprised. Like
No,
people that
I
go to
won't.
watch a show. No, people that go to watch a show, they go because they want to see you do well.
so, I've spoken to other people and they said like people when they look into the crowd, you've got people with that stern face just
Yeah.
looking. I'm one of those people with a stern face, and no matter how great the music is, I'll just be sitting there like
Why?
because I'm just miserable on the outside, but I'm really happy on the inside.
Oh, okay. Listen, I gotta say though, like when you do perform, like, and you look at the audience,
Yeah.
I used to be so distracted by it because,
Right.
like, I'd be singing in my mind, thinking, why are they on their phone?
Yeah.
Why is that person not smiling?
Yeah.
Why are they talking? Like, and I take it personally.
Yeah.
And then,
I would. I'd cut the tune and say, bro, wait.
Yeah. No, for sure. But then you gotta kind of, as you grow as an artist, you start to realize that. I don't know, you just start to develop your own way where you block that out. You're able to block that out. And you know what? I used to take it so personal. And then when I'd go to concerts and watch people like Beyonce and all these incredible artists, John Legend, I would look around and see people on their phones and stuff and think, wow, you just paid £80 for a ticket. But even now you do it. So it's actually not personal.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. What would you say is your weakest point as an artist? So your strongest was
I'm
being
quite
an
impatient.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite impatient.
In terms of what?
When I'm in the studio recording, like sometimes ideas come to me and I'm like, we need to record. No, we need to record right now. Just hit the record button right now. Like, and it's like, all right, I've got to do some settings first. So I'm a bit impatient like that. And what else? I mean, I play guitar, but
Do you?
Yeah, but my
So why
guitar.
is Matt? So Matt wants to go out. He's got other things to be doing. You play guitar. You dragged him all the way here, knowing that you can play guitar.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My guitar skills aren't peak right now, so right now that's a weakness. And I've actually also started DJing.
Have you really?
Watch yourself.
Come take over. Interview me. Can you really? So what have you been doing?
So just doing a bit of house on a DJing, and then I obviously want to mix it in with my UK garage and my grime, because I love that.
What are you using when you're DJing? Are you using computer? Are you using USBs, vinyl?
Right now I'm using CDs.
Okay.
Just started like few weeks ago and just trying to get my set in order. So yeah, that's something I'm also going to be kind of doing on the side.
So are you going to be like Craig David and you can be DJing and singing at the same time?
Does he DJ?
Have you not seen it? You know what? And when I heard it, I thought, what a load of nonsense. And I'm not really a Craig David fan.
Yeah.
But it's actually really good. And if I say it's good,
I bet it is.
It really is.
No, I bet it is.
And I don't know how you can DJ, mix and sing at the same time, but he does it. So he'll be playing a track and then he'll sing along with it, and the crowd will go TS5 or something like that. So have a look out for it.
That guy, he's pretty iconic, I think.
To be fair,
I think he's a bit underrated as well.
Hello, why?
Because I think he deserves more props.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think he gets enough?
No. How many timeless songs has that guy written?
What, other than the first album?
Don't matter. How many timeless songs?
3?
More than that,
Huh?
surely.
What?
7 Days.
Yeah.
Rewinds.
Yeah.
The other ones that I don't know
right,
the titles of. But they were like more than 5, no? Timeless records, over 10 years old.
I'm not going to start knocking Craig David because anyone could say, who the hell are you? And they'll have a good point. But I don't think so.
Okay.
But there you go.
Okay.
But my favourite song from Craig David isn't even on the first 2 albums, it's on the 3rd album.
What is that?
Can't remember what it's called now, but it's a song that you probably never heard before.
It wasn't a single?
It was never a single.
Okay.
I tend to not like songs that everyone else likes.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a rebel like that. So
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it. But no, so Craig David's probably had about 4. I'm gonna meet you in the middle and say 4.
Okay.
4 timeless songs, but that's not bad going, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, but check it out, TS5. Okay, I know Matt wants to go and get out of it, so I know you want to do 2 songs. Yeah? So do you want to do the second one now?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the second song that you want to perform?
Okay, so basically this song is called Get the Feeling, and it's actually about someone that started me off on my journey in music. So when I started...
Who's that?
She's actually passed away now.
Oh, really?
But before I started, like, I wasn't very confident and I didn't think I could write a song, and she was like the first person that told me, you know what, you're actually really good. And it's always stayed with me. And I just kind of wanted to write a song.
Okay.
It's actually a house track, housey kind of vibes, but obviously...
Are you going to be alright with that? You're going to be doing the house, yeah? On the guitar, yeah?
You good?
Alright, cool.
So this is Strip Back. This one's Get the Feeling.
Alright, let me dip out of this. Let's go.
Baby, you're gone, but you will always be with me. I'm missing your smile, you're something I always crave. You opened my heart, my mind to what I could be. So I carry you close and in my life you remain. I still feel you now. I feel it everywhere I go. Don't feel alone. I still feel you now. I feel it everywhere I go. Don't feel alone. You're racing through my mind, and you got me feeling, life's intertwined. And you have me healing, I'll never forget the way you saved me. Oh, you make me feel complete, I'm not the same me. And sometimes I find myself sure that you're here. I feel your loving it, keeping me safe. from falling back in. Oh, you know all my fears. Seasons roll on, but memories, they stay safe. I still feel you now. I feel it everywhere I go. Don't feel alone. I still feel you now. I feel it everywhere I go. Don't feel alone. You're racing through my mind, and you got me feeling, life's intertwined. And you have me healing, I'll never forget the way you saved me. Oh, you made me feel complete. I'm not the same me. I'm not the same me. And I look back to what we had. 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 You're racing through my mind, and you got me feeling, life's intertwined. And yeah, I'm healing, I'll never forget the way you saved me. Oh, you made me feel complete. I'm not the same me. I'm not the same me. I'm not the same me. Never the same me.
Iman in the building. I'll tell you what, hold mic off.
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Thank you very much. Oh, I forgot the audio applause. I forgot the applause. There you go. No, thank you so much for coming in and doing all that.
Thank you so much for having me.
Have you got any live music gigs coming up that we should know about?
Yeah, if you go on my website, imanmusic.co.uk.
And if people go on your website, what might they get?
A free secret song just for you.
Where might you? So go on the website. We'll find out where you might be performing.
You get to know about me, my bio, my Instas, my Twitter, my gigs, news, everything.
And your social media?
All my social media. So Instagram is Iman Music, Twitter is Iman Music, SoundCloud Iman Music, Facebook Iman Music. But it's best to just go on the website imanmusic.co.uk, where everything is there, including my music videos.
Anything else that we should know that we might have missed out on?
Just give it up for Matt.
Matt,
thank you for playing guitar for me, and thanks for having me.
Perfect. I want to send you out with this one called Golden, which I've never heard before because I only got this morning.
Okay.
Bye, Iman. Iman, listen, thank you very much for coming in. It's
Cheers.
a pleasure having you.
Nice one. Thank you.